Greetings, almost Christmas greetings, and that's part of the reason I'm doing this quick video. Actually had some friends at church ask about building a kind of a bug out bag for their college kids, and so I'm working on a list for them, and I just want to make this quick video to kind of go over kind of the thought process behind where I'm at. Now, this is an ever-evolving thing. When I first started, I had a military Alice pack, which is pretty cool, and I made some modifications to it. That might be another fun video, but the more I thought about it, the less practical it actually is, because if you have a grid down situation, especially where you get stranded somewhere and you've got to hike, an Alice pack is going to stick out. So some of the main things I want to cover with this is pack selection. So this is a Vertex, V-E-R-T-X is how you can find them online. And they're tactical in design, but not tactical in appearance. And that's what I really like about it. So this, especially even this coloration, it's this rust color. I don't know if you can tell on YouTube and with the lighting, but and this kind of tan color. And maybe it's just me, but I mean, I could see this being kind of a sporty looking bag that somebody might go hiking. But it doesn't scream to me that person has military training, or they're not carrying guns or whatever. So pack selection is big. Now, this is a bigger pack, and it's 26.5 inches when it's fully expanded. Now, one of the main reasons that I got this pack in this size, I think it's the 45 liter, and I believe this one is called either the Overlander or the Gamut. Overlander is the new model of this. The fact that you can take an AR-15 carbine upper and it can be put in this pack. All right, so this is just taken apart from the lower. You can have the upper and the lower in this pack, and you could run a cable through that. I've done that before to kind of lock it to your vehicle. You can lock it under a seat, so it has some security. But then also someone poking through, looking through your window in your car, they see this bag sitting there and they might go, there might be some useful stuff, but they don't say, I bet there's a gun in there necessarily, because it's not a gun case. Some of you have seen this in another video. I also have a 20-inch AR with a special takedown barrel kit from, I think it's Pantheon Arms is the company that makes it. There's a couple of different variations of that. But that 20-inch AR will actually fit in here as well. And the cool thing is, in a really bad situation, if I had to get the gun out, I would be carrying the gun probably, maybe tucked under a coat or something, walking down the road. But you could have the gun out, and then you would have more room to put stuff in the pack if you needed to empty, stuff out of your car and put it in. Other thing with this kind of pack is it's kind of expandable. You can stuff things down in this. It's kind of stretchy. You can clip things on the outside, clip things underneath. So it has room to grow, even with it being as big as it actually is. A few other things, just some basics. First off, definitely want to have shelter. So in my mind, shelter is being able to sleep out in the open. So I've got a little sleeping bag that usually sits in here. I've got emergency space blanket in here. I've got a little tarp and a emergency tent shelter, and they all wrap up really small, really nicely, that are in here. So shelter, and then secondary is water, and that's not in order of preference necessarily, but just something to keep in mind. So water, I've got a Nalgene. This is an American-made product, very durable. I've had this for almost 20 years now, and it's still going well. And bought this, I think, from Walmart. You can find this on Amazon. It's a steel cup that just so happens, it wasn't designed for this, but the Nalgene's 32-ounce Nalgene's nest down inside, and then that can go right inside your backpack pockets. In this kit in particular, I've got a life straw. That's good, but there's another design out there. It's called the Sawyer water filter system, and that's one that I have actually used out in the wilderness. And it comes with a little pouch that you fill up with water, and then you can force the water through the filter, and then fill your Nalgene with clean water. And I do have one of those Sawyer filters. I don't remember if it's in this bag or another one. So a few other little things, so think of the pack size, the pack design, the pack coloration. Now, again, this looks sporty, but also with this coloration, it would blend in, especially with the forest floor in my area. So this kind of rusty color and tan color. But if I were in an environment a little bit more leafy and maybe this was standing out, you can get these pack covers, and it provides some waterproof, provides a little different color variation. And they do make these in camouflage, and I've even seen them camouflage on one side and bright blaze orange on the other. So maybe you're in a situation where you want to be noticed. Well, that would be a good thing to have. I may do a more in-depth video at another time. Oh, there's my Sawyer. So I've got a Sawyer water filter system in here. This is especially great for a lot of folks. That life straw is for one person to be using. You don't want multiple people sharing that, because then you're spreading bacteria. But this you can use to fill multiple water jars for different people. Here's a rain poncho. Excellent thing to have. I've got a toolkit. That's a whole video in of itself. Lighting. You definitely want some lighting. So I've got a pack of glow sticks. You can use those for signaling. Use those for situations where you want to be kind of a little bit more covert. Then I also have a headlamp, because when you are walking, especially in a survival situation, you probably want to move more at nighttime when other people can't see you. And in order to do that effectively, you need to have a light that has multiple settings, especially a red or a green setting, because this is not as noticeable to animal life or to humans, but it still provides just enough light that you can make sure that you are not stepping on a snake or something. So make sure, or a stick, which can be just as dangerous as a snake in the dark. So having a light. Now this light also has the ability to recharge. And right here, so I've got a solar power charging bank that I can use to recharge my light, recharge my phone. It has a little flashlight on it, also has a compass, which is kind of accurate right now. So the ability to recharge. Always make sure you have extra socks. You don't depend on just the socks you wear every day. Have an extra set. Have wool socks that will provide a lot of padding, because in a grid down situation, you're gonna have to walk long distances, and you don't want to be on the side of the road hurting because of your feet. I always have different beverage options. So I've got some green tea in here, some instant coffee, and some Hoist hydration powder, and those have a really long shelf life. That's really nice. I've got a boo-boo kit up here, just basic band-aids and some medicines. I've got a couple things floating around, some lip chap, a tire gauge, tire meter, that might come in handy. Got some mouthwash, that's good for sanitizing things. You can also, if it's the 100% alcohol kind, you can use it to help light fire. Let's see, trying to keep this video short and to the point. Way down deep in the bottom, I don't want to get it up. Well, here we go. All right, so this is a food ration bar. You can pick these up for between $5 and $10 at your local Walmart, or order them offline. This is a 5-year shelf life, supposedly. I've seen some people say, oh, it'll last really long as long as you keep it out of direct sunlight. But basically, this is like a really dense granola bar. It has 2,400 calories. Now this is something you would want to consume only when you have to move and burn a lot of calories quickly. So that's why these are used for like lifeboats and that kind of stuff. This helps keep you basically alive. So important thing to have. Also with that steel cup, you can boil water to sanitize water. You can also use it to cook food in that little cup. And currently right now, I also have a little hand crank radio. So hopefully you could pick up some radio signal and find out what's going on. All right. I've also, usually I carry a lot of my tools on me, but I do have currently in this bag, a little tomahawk. I can use this as a defense weapon because I can throw this semi-accurately. It's got a little hammer side, it's got like a rock pick and then a cutting edge over here. It's a real nice, handy little size, and it fits well in this pack. There's a lot of different hatchet axe options out there. You definitely want something like this, a little bigger than a sheath knife, to be able to process firewood. All right, so as I said, this is an ever-evolving thing, but currently this is what is in my vehicle. Also in this other pocket over here, easy access, extra standard capacity magazine. And this is also very important. Make sure you have some dude wipes. These are biodegradable wet wipes that can be used for all kinds of fun things in the woods. So make sure you have that handy. And if you live in the South where ticks and mosquitoes are concerned, make sure you have some bug spray, some sunscreen, and you're ready for all of the elements that are out there. Last thing I'll mention, I guess, I've got a trauma kit here. I still plan to do a bigger video on this, but this is not your just boo-boo, oh, I got a little splinter kind of kit. This is life or death kind of stuff. So chest seals, tourniquets, big packing gauze. This is for like treating gunshot wounds and that kind of stuff. But in a grid down situation, you are your own doctor. And so keep that in mind. Help is not coming because there's no one to call. So just some things to think about. And some of these items, basically all of these items, except the guns, you can get on Amazon for pretty good prices right now. A lot of these products that I'm showing you, some of them are American made or American company designed. And there's probably American made variations out there for a little bit more money if you do some searching. So hope that helps as you prepare for the colder weather and the holiday season and all the traveling that you're doing. Everywhere I'm going to be traveling, I'm going to have a kit like this going with me and my family. And that's another element to this is, having a bigger bag as the adult in the family. You might have to stuff more stuff in from your kids' packs. So be able to kind of expand your pack out to carry the weight of what your kids might need. So happy shopping and hope it goes well for you. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Thanks.